Hello, my friends, and welcome to another vintage fountain pen review. This time I have a modern fountain pen. I wouldn't call it a particular vintage fountain pen, although it is made in West Germany in the 1980s. We are talking about a Reform Calligraph 2.3 fountain pen. This is a beautiful, slim, black piston filler with a nice ink window. But what is more special about this fountain pen it is its nib. And you can see we have a 2.3 Italic Reform West Germany steel nib, a gold-plated nib, quite a nice plastic ebonite feed, and this quite interesting 2.3 nib. I will show you the cap. It has these interesting gold trims. You can see the logo of the Reform with the two feathers, Reform and Germany. And also on the clip we have Reform. The clip is gold plated, but you can see that this particular one has its plating, its gold plating was affected in time. Quite a nice clip. Let's see how functional it is. It is quite a stiff metallic clip. The rest of the fountain pen is quite classic. We have a simple grip section, but no lines of grip on it, and not even an concave ending. We have this multifaceted ink window, and we have imprinted with gold colors Reform Calligraph 2.3. This is the end of that piston filler. You know that I've already done a review of a similar Reform 1.5 Calligraph fountain pen on my channel, so check that out. I will leave the link in the description of the video, and I will also leave the dimension of this fountain pen. And I think that the dimensions are quite similar with the Reform Calligraph 1.5. And I think that in a few episodes I will do a head by head comparison between the two models. But till then, I will do a writing sample. And for this particular occasion, I chose this Parker Quick ink. It is a quite nice lubricated ink. I love it. So I will unscrew the piston till the end. I will insert it in ink and gently turn the piston knob. I hope I've drawn the ink. With the rest of it, I will clean it with this tissue. And now I will be ready for a writing sample. So guys, I must apologize because this is my first experience with this type of nib. So until I find its sweet spot to write with it, I will simply try to use it as I can. Of course, I will change the angle of the camera, so bear with me for a second. Yes, that's it. I will close it and let's give it a little zoom. Of course, I believe this pose quite well. Yes, indeed. So let me see if I can write with it. Oops. Maybe it needs a little bit of ink till it works. Let's, oops, no, too much. Okay, let's see. Reform. So let's clean it. I don't think it writes this broad. Let's see. Reform Calligraph 2.3. Okay, let's see if I can reverse write with it. Reverse writing. Let's see now how juicy it is. Quite a juicy nib. Just for the sake of it, let's test its line variations. You can see we don't have a flex nib, so no flex here. But indeed, it has a sweet point. Let's try to see how. Look how thick it writes. And of course, if you write it like this, you can see like this. Okay, let's write with it. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this is a special nib, as the name of the model suggests. We have a calligraph nib, so a special nib that is used by artists to draw different works with it. Just for the sake of it, I believe you've noticed too, we have a simple ink flow problem. So I want to test the piston to see if it holds ink. Yeah, and indeed it holds ink. So I simply open a little bit the piston. Now I'm closing it. Yes, as you can see, it holds ink, so no problem here. Just to avoid accidents, I will put the tissue here to absorb that excess ink. So this is quite a nice fountain pen, and you can find it at quite reasonable prices. I believe I paid for this less than 20 euros, or maybe 18 euros or 20 American dollars, including the shipment costs. Those reform fountain pens are quite affordable fountain pens. They usually come without a gold nib, but believe me, the Germans the Germans made quite nice steel nibs as well. I'm not so sure the manufacturer of this nib. Maybe it is a Bock nib or another German manufacturer, or maybe it is a Reform nib. But given the fact that we have Reform imprinted on the steel nib, I think that this is an in-house made nib. So guys, thank you for your time. If you like this small review of the Reform 2.3 calligraph, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. Stay tuned to this channel because there will be a comparison between the Reform Calligraph 2.3 and the Reform Calligraph 1.5 in the future. Thank you for your time. As always, I wish you to have a nice day. See you again in my next episode. Until then, bye bye.